we are going to study system of pluralization in Spanish language. It's very important, and the good news for English speakers is that it has so much in common if we try to compare it with the system of pluralization in English language. But I would say there are a lot of additions. If we try to study the system of pluralization in Spanish language, we see that it is much more complicated. So the first thing is el plural de los nombres se forma añadiendo hace o hace a la forma del singular. So let me decode it. El plural de los nombres, that means the plural of nouns, se forma is formed añadiendo, adding. So the plural of noun is formed by adding s or es a la forma del singular, to the singular form. I mean, in English language it happens like that. Pen, pens, car, cars. We try to pluralize something by adding s or es, and in Spanish as well it happens the same way. Okay, so for example, over here, casa, as we already know, is house. Okay, casa is house. The plural would be casas. Okay, casas. So we just add an s to it. Okay, since it's feminine, we can say la casa, just adding an article like the in English language, the house, la casa. So in English language I would say the house for singular and the houses for plural, but in Spanish language it changes. You would say la casa for singular and las casas if you want to pluralize a feminine noun. So la, las. Another example is coche. Coche is car. Okay, it's masculine, so you would say el coche. Okay, and it's plural. First of all, you would put an s to pluralize that, and in the place of article you would say los coches. So you would say los coches. So you can see there's so much happening with el, la, las, los. This is the addition I was talking about. It's much more complex. In English it's the for singular, the for plural, for masculine and feminine, but in Spanish language it changes. Okay, so I think we can generalize this system and we can get on to this conclusion. Okay, although it's not part of the main system of pluralization, but I would like to give a slight introduction. So if the noun is masculine singular, like coche, masculine singular, you would use el coche. And if it's plural, you would say los coches. Okay, now if the noun is feminine, femenino, and singular, you would say la. For example, la casa, the house. And if we pluralize that, you would say las casas. Okay, so I won't go in detail because my coming lesson is on this topic only. Okay, how to deal with the articles in Spanish language. Let's get on to the main topic. The main topic is pluralization in Spanish language. So let's try to have more examples. Okay, next example is cafe. I'm saying cafe, I'm putting stress over here because it has accent mark on top of it. Cafe is masculine, so you would say el cafe. El cafe. Okay, it's obviously coffee. Okay, el cafe has plural form los cafés. Los cafés. Okay, next example is aceituna. Sorry, singular. Aceituna is feminine. La aceituna. Now aceituna is olive fruit. Okay, so the plural would be las aceitunas. So you can see every time in pluralization I'm just adding an extra s, or in some cases it could be extra es. Okay, aceituna is used for olive fruit. I mean, we do use this word oliva for olive fruit that we usually have as snack. Okay, but I think for Spanish people it's more common to say aceituna rather than saying oliva. Okay, other word is olivo. Okay, olivo, which is masculine, tree. Okay, so if you're talking about olive tree, you would say el olivo. If you're talking about olive fruit, you can say la oliva, but it's more common saying la aceituna. And I think in Latin America as well, both the versions work really well. I mean, people would understand if you go to a store and ask for aceituna or la oliva. Both of them function really well. Okay, let's get back to the topic, which was pluralization in Spanish language. I keep getting off topic because at times I really want to cover important vocabulary, especially when I want to differentiate between the Spanish and Latin American Spanish. Okay, so as far as pluralization is concerned, we just add s or es. Let's try to generalize that. I mean, let's try to get on to a fixed rule where to add s and where to add es. Okay. So here I have tried to generalize the system of pluralization in Spanish language in form of a table. And one thing that I have done over here is I have put all el, la, los, y las in red circles, because again I want to highlight the importance of learning every new noun with el or la, so that you don't have to get back to it later to see its gender. So for example, this word libro is book in Spanish language. So you all always know book as el libro in Spanish language, and later on when you really have to use it in a sentence, you won't get confused if it's el libro that is masculine or la libro that's feminine. It's always el libro. Okay, now let's dig deeper into the system of pluralization. So rule 1, if we have la, lae, lai, lao or lau, y a, la, lae, lao, lau con acentos with accent marks, we always pluralize the noun by adding s to it. So if we have these words as terminations, we always pluralize the noun by adding an extra s to it. Let's see the example. So again, el libro has o in the end, so the plural form would be los libros. I'm adding an extra s. Okay, and the other example is el menú. So menú is like menu, like in the restaurant we have menu. So el menú has the plural form as los menús. I'm putting stress at u because it has the accent mark, so it's el menú or los menús. Next is, if we have consonante, that means the consonant, or e, that is I with accent mark, or y, that is y, we always pluralize the noun by adding a, ase or es in the end. Okay, for example, reloj is watch. Okay, it's masculine, so it's el reloj, and the pluralization would be by adding es in the end, or ease in Espanol. So el reloj, and the plural form would be los relojes. Okay, next example is la ley, because it's feminine. Ley is law in Spanish language. I mean, in the English word law is ley in Spanish language, and it's feminine, so it would be la ley, and the plural form would be las leyes. Okay, so we say las leyes. I am putting es in the end to pluralize that. Okay, let's get on to the next rule, but the next rule is especially for the words that have 2 or more than 2 syllables. La sílaba is like syllable in English language. If you already know it, thumbs up. If no, it's not a rocket science. So syllable in any language is sometimes number of vowels. I mean, if it's single vowel, it's a single syllable, or more importantly, the sound in a word. For example, Although the word book in English language has two vowels, but it is a single syllable word because it's giving one sound, book, and that's it. No transition, okay? So book is a single syllable word. However, la palabra el libro, which is the Spanish version, has two syllables. Why? One is li, other one is bro. Libro. So actually we can break it in two transitions. So it has two syllables. So this is the system of syllables. So in palabras, in words which have two or more than two syllables, if we have, si tenemos a hace, e hace, I hace, o hace, o u hace, these words as termination, we do not change the form of the words. I mean, the singular and the plural forms are just the same. Okay? For example, lunes is Monday. Like, let's see, M for Monday, day of the week. Okay? It's masculine, and I have already told you in the earlier lesson that all the days of the week are always masculine. So el lunes has a plural form which is los lunes. It's just the same. Okay? Or paraguas, which is umbrella. Okay? So umbrella is masculine. So it's el paraguas has the plural form as los paraguas. That means it's just the same. Next rule is when we have la zeta or set in the end of the word. So if we have la zeta in the end of the word, we change la zeta to se más e hace, that is C plus ES. For example, actress, I think we've already done this word in the last class. Actriz is actress in Spanish language and it's feminine, so la actriz, the plural would be las actrices. So actually I have removed this Z and in place of this Z I have put la se e hace. Okay? Next is el pez. So pez is fish. El pez, which is masculine, has its plural form los peces. So in place of Z I have put CES or se e hace de español. So this is how it works. Algunos nombres, that is some nouns, use la forma de plural, the plural form para for plural and singular. And in fact this rule is, I would say, same as we do this in English language. If we have some nouns where the things always exist in pairs, we always use the plural form. For example, we always say jeans and we never say jean because it always has two legs and it's a couple of things. So it's always in the plural form. I guess it comes from there only and it's quite logical and you really don't have to cram something in this case. Okay? So for example, scissors, okay, in Spanish language is tijeras, or I would rather say las tijeras. Okay? Las tijeras, even when it's just one piece of scissors. So one quantity would be las tijeras, or if we have 2, 3 or 4, any quantity, then also it would be las tijeras. Okay? Next example is gafas, or rather las gafas. So las gafas are the glasses that we put. Okay? So if it's just a single piece, las gafas. If it's more than 1, 2, 3, 4, then also las gafas. By the way, if you want to talk about the sunglasses, you can always say gafas de sol. Okay? So gafas de sol would be sunglasses. Okay? Next is pantalones. And it's masculine, so it's los pantalones. Okay? If it's one piece, los pantalones. And if more than one, I mean obviously more than one, 2 or 3 or any number, then also los pantalones. Okay? Sometimes, I mean, you'll get to see so many people using the word pantalon, that is pantalon, or with accent, for singular, okay, in place of pantalones, but technically it should be pantalones. I mean, in English language also we say pants, okay, we never say pant, so it should be pantalones, but some people they also say pantalon to say singular, okay. It's actually the pants. If you want to say jeans, you can say vaqueros, okay, vaqueros. Again, this is giving the K sound because U is silent after Q, okay. I will talk in detail about this rule, but for now it's not vaqueros, it's vaqueros. I'll tell the rule in the next class. Vaqueros is jeans, singular or plural, and it's masculine, so it's los vaqueros. See, it's vaqueros, it's not vaqueros, vaqueros, because this V or V de español always gives the B sound, como la B de español, okay? So los vaqueros. If the masculine and feminine forms exist in pair, then together they could be called as the plural form of masculine form, or masculino más femenino as plural masculino. Let me explain in detail with the help of example. For example, son is hijo or el hijo for masculine, y la hija for feminine. Together, if I'm talking about children, son or daughter, it could be los hijos, okay. Next is el rey for king, la reina for queen. Together it is los reyes, that is the plural form of el rey.
Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe and help me grow as a YouTuber. Any suggestion would be more than welcomed in the comment box. And if you want to watch a particular video based on a particular topic, please drop the topic in the comment box. Thanks a lot for watching the video and keep studying Spanish.